Hey, it's Kyle here, and I'm so excited to talk about this week's episode of Skeleton Crew. We're going to be in so much trouble. This being episode 7, going into it, we knew we only had 2 episodes left, so I think everybody's expecting, including me, that this episode would really have to accomplish a lot to kind of set up a really cool and exciting finale, and it really did. And in a lot of ways, my predictions that I made last week kind of came true, but not quite 100%, but I got most of it, which the main thing I was expecting the kids and the pirates to get back to Aden in this episode. The part I got wrong, I predicted the kids would get back first, and then they'd have a chance maybe to warn the planet, and then the pirates would show up, and there'd almost be kind of like a battle between the planet and the pirates. Instead, the pirates got there a little ahead of schedule, but they needed the kids to get through. Really enjoyed how this set up the finale. The opening with the parents trying to get a message sent to the kids through the barrier was really great. I loved how it showed how much the parents are willing to sacrifice and give up just to try to get a message to their kids, to basically sneak out in the woods, build this contraption, and even when they're confronted by the security droids and begin to be attacked, they still keep on passing along the device until one of the parents is able to get the message sent. So it really shows you, how much they're willing to sacrifice to try just to get a message to their kids. Which kind of leads me back to one of my small complaints I have about the series in general. I wish we had had something with the parents in every episode, because I think that would have made even this moment hit even more if we'd seen more of the parents and how they were being impacted by the kids missing. Instead of just getting every other episode, basically we saw something from parents. I would have loved to have seen something from every episode, because I think that would have made this moment hit even more. But just a small little complaint there. But anyway, when we get to the pirates arriving at Aden, we get to see the barrier from the outside. And once you see it from the outside, you completely understand why nobody has ever found Aden. It looks very intimidating and doesn't look like anything you'd like to take a ship through. And so when Jod sees the kids arrive on the ship, he quickly reaches the conclusion, this onyx cinder, I think this is the key to get through the barrier. He was right, but not in the way I thought he was right. I think he thought there was some sort of device that helped trick the barrier, as something maybe the earlier pirates had figured out. Instead, what we learned, which I think is a very cool plot twist, I don't think I had heard anybody really speculate this. If I have, I missed it. That this ship was actually an original mint ship from the Republic, and that's why it's able to pass through the barrier safely, because the barrier recognizes, like, oh, this is a ship that's coming here to get the credits and stuff like that. So any other ship we see is being chased through, gets destroyed, but it lets the mint ship pass through safely. I thought that was a really cool plot twist, and it also made a lot of sense. But to go back a little bit early in the episode, Jod is able to take back control of his pirates. He kills his Brutus, his loyal lieutenant who wasn't so loyal, who overthrew him earlier at the beginning of the series, and now he gets his revenge. Takes the kids hostage. Really cool stuff with 33 in this one, where Jod and the kids are on the ship, and then 33 informs them, like, you can only be a pirate law, you can only be captain of one ship at a time, and Jod quickly claims the onyx cinder. But then Fern basically unclaims these, and Jod's like, well, that's ridiculous. But 33 honors it, and I think it shows like 33 really did draw attachment to the kids. He really liked them. He doesn't like Jod and the other pirates, and he was really looking for any excuse he could, any technicality that he could get to side with the kids, and he does. And he basically names Fern the captain of the onyx cinder, knocks out Jod, and gets the pirates off the ship. We think the kids are getting back safely, because something's going to happen. You just have to figure, but Jod had basically sneaked back on the ship, pulls out his lightsaber, and decapitates 33. So hopefully we'll get to see 33 at some point at the end of the series reassembled. But who knows, maybe this is the last we get to see at 33. If we did, amazing character, definitely one of my favorite droid characters. And that's saying a lot, because there's a lot of amazing droid characters in Star Wars, but 33 was amazing. So Jod basically takes the kids back hostage, We see the ship through autopilot land, and we see how long it's been since the ship lands, because when the landing platform rises out, it's basically been completely overgrown with grass. You know, it's been obviously hundreds and hundreds of years since anything's happened like this. People seem to be shocked by seeing this happen. There's no clue there was a landing platform there. And then we see the ship taken deep underground when the droid's kind of escorting Jod, because who they believe is their public emissary. And then we get to see the vaults. And we're informed there's over 1,000 vaults, and you open the one vault and it looks like the biggest vault you've ever seen, with all the gold credits you'd ever want. And you've probably never seen a pirate more at bliss when Jod sees all this gold. And then the parents are, at this time, the droids have escorted the parents here to see the kids. We get a little reunification, and you see how happy they are to get their kids back. I think the most emotionally impactful reunion is with Wim and his dad, because you can tell Wim's dad is just not an emotional person. Probably doesn't show a lot of affection to his son very easily. And you see when they kind of run up, you know, Wim's like, oh, I bet my dad's not going to hug me like the other parents. But we see, like, he hugs his son. He is so happy to get him back. That was a great moment. But then we see Jod walk back up with a lightsaber and ignite it, and then episode's over. So I think the big thing I think we're all waiting for, which I thought we were going to get at the end, and we didn't quite, so I think we're going to get very early in the next episode, is who is the supervisor? Like, this is going to clearly set up the conflict of hopefully the kids and the parents and the other civilians of Aden driving Jod, and I'm assuming the other pirates are probably going to figure out a way to get there. Of, you know, basically keeping Aden safe and a secret, because obviously if this secret gets out, Aden's going to be in a lot of danger, because if anybody finds out that there's this much gold on this planet, it's probably not going to be good for the citizens of Aden. So who's the supervisor going to be? I think for it to have a big impact, it's either going to have to be somebody we've known. So maybe it is the early legendary pirate, and instead of him actually dying, like we've been led to believe, maybe he survived and he's a long-living species, and somehow he is now the supervisor. He kind of took control of the planet, and really all this gold, it actually is his. If it's not a character we've been teased before, my only other theory is it's going to be some sort of big actor that we go like, oh wow, they got this actor to be in Star Wars and they kept it a secret. Because if it's just some random person that walks out and it's not really a big name actor, and it's not a character we know before, at this point, the mystery behind the supervisor has been built up so much, I think it'll be a little bit of a disappointment. So I'm very curious to see what happens with it. But this episode 7's got me really excited to see what happens to episode 8. I'm very excited to see who the supervisor is. I'm very excited to see how this storyline resolves, how the kids, in the end, hopefully defeat Jod and the other pirates. I've enjoyed the ride this series has been taking us on so much, and I'm very excited to see how it wraps up in episode 8. So let me know in the comment section below, what is your theory on who the supervisor is going to be? I'm very curious. If you enjoyed this review, please hit the like button. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time, and may the Force be with you.